Let me ask you something. Do you often wonder how people see you or what they think of you? Or perhaps you get the sense that people are talking behind your back? Now, the reason I ask this is because I spent so many years of my life living this way, and it is so disempowering. Hey, I'm Kat, and welcome to my channel, where we talk about all things spirituality, self-transformation, and self-empowerment. Be sure to hit the subscribe button to get notified every time I upload a new video. Right now, I'm aiming for every Tuesday, but we'll see. So in this video, I will give you 6 tips that will help you shift your perspective on how to stop giving a fuck what other people think about you and take your power back so you can start living your true authentic self. So the reason why I decided to make this video is because I spent a lot of years of my life allowing other people to dictate how I should live it. You know, caring about whether the people thought of me or how they would react or what they would say if I did certain things. And I realized that this was stopping me from fully living my authentic self. You know, if I knew that somebody didn't like me, I would just kind of like isolate myself and crawl into my little cave, never to be seen again. And you know, back in that time I thought it's cool, like I don't need people and I'm good all by myself, and that's good too. But I mean, in the long term, it really stops you from being who you are and being okay to truly shine your light and just be who you are right now. So most of my insecurities happened back in high school. You know, things happened and I was kind of robbed of my self-esteem and my power, really. And you know, it took me a long time to rebuild myself and to be fully okay with who I am. I want to share these 6, I guess, life hacks that have helped me shift my perspective. And honestly guys, I'm so liberated now. I have regained my power and no fucks given here. So I want to show you how to do the same. So if you're ready to get your power back, keep on watching. Life hack number 1 is stop asking for validation and start validating yourself. Now, this is easier said than done because in order for you to validate yourself, this means that you have to trust yourself. Now, let's be real right now. Ask yourself, truly and honestly, do you trust yourself? Now, chances are that most of you said no right away. And maybe those of that said yes, perhaps there was still a tinge of doubt in that yes. And that's totally understandable. It's really hard for one to trust ourselves when we don't accept ourselves as we are right now. You know, and self-acceptance is hard for us because we come from past experiences. We're dragging baggage with us from childhood, from, you know, like growing up and whatnot, and some of us have still not let that go. In order for you to fully accept yourself, you have to be okay with the shit that you've done in the past while you were on survival mode, where you had a different mentality, while you were just figuring out life. You need to let that go because that was you back then and this is you now. You're a totally different person. You know, everything is in constant change and you are self-transforming every single second. Therefore, you can't shame or guilt yourself because of the actions that you took back when you had a totally different mind state. So keep that in mind. Now, why you should also trust yourself, or at least begin that journey of self-acceptance and trust, is because this will also help you to start listening to your intuition, meaning that other people's validations won't matter anymore. Why? Because you have the guidance and the validation from your intuition, from your higher self. Trust me, if your higher self says so, so it is. And other people's validations or opinions won't matter the slightest. Life hack number 2, stop asking for permission. So growing up, you know, we ask our parents for permission to pretty much do everything and anything. Then you go to school and now you have to ask your teachers even to go to the bathroom. We are programmed to always ask for permission to do things. The problem with asking for permission is that it tends to become a habit. You stop trusting yourself. The other problem I have with asking for permission is that, again, you are giving your power to somebody else. You are asking somebody else if you can do something. We can do anything we want. It's just a matter of putting our minds to it. If we have the will, we can do it. You don't need anybody else's permission. Life hack number 3 is stop asking for people's opinions. This is kind of the same as asking for permission, but slightly different, because when you ask for somebody's opinion, they are going to give you an opinion or advice based on their own past experiences, based on their insecurities, based on their programming, their beliefs, based on their fears. For example, if you are trying to start your own business, and you have a really secure 9-to-5 that pays you well, but you know that you're tired of working for the man. You don't want to do the 9-to-5 anymore because, well, you know what it is. I don't need to explain it. But you perhaps talk to a friend and you confide in them and you tell them that you want to start your own business. That friend will most likely, if they are somebody that depend on security, will most likely try to talk you out of it and try to tell you about all the risks that come with being your own boss. And that's understandable, but their fears should not be your fears. And this is what tends to happen when you ask for somebody's opinions, is that you get the whole package of what they are and what they believe and what they fear. And it's already hard enough to deal with our own insecurities and fears, that we don't also need to have somebody else's baggage placed on us to dictate our actions. Remember that people's opinions are subjective and not objective. But what tends to happen is that when somebody gives you their opinion or advice, they kind of plant seeds in your mind that perhaps weren't there. Again, these could be based out of fear. These could be based out of their past experiences, out of their failures. So, their past experiences and their failures are not yours. So, meaning you have your own journey, your own path to follow, your own goals to achieve. Other people's opinions should not be taken objectively. So, life hack number 4 is not really a tip, but more of a perspective that really helped me be okay with the fact that people were talking shit behind my back like all the time. And this is that even Jesus was hated. Now, think about that for a second. Jesus, who was perfect in every way, also had haters. So, what I'm saying is that no matter what you do, whether you do something right, whether you live your whole life doing what you consider is right, there's always going to be somebody who considers it not correct. You are your own universe. Now, ask yourself, people talking behind your back, how will this affect your life? Chances are that it won't. Chances are that it's all in your mind and we care too much about what they think. But honestly, fuck what they think, because if you are always living your life dictated by what other people may think or what other people may say behind your back, trust me, you are forever going to be their prisoner. You will never be free. It's time to liberate yourself, my friend. Here's another perspective for you. There's 7 billion people on this planet, and each and every single person has their own perspective, has their own opinion. Therefore, there's always going to be somebody that does not like you. There's no way that you could have everybody like you. Like I said, even Jesus had haters. So, life hack number 5. Now, this is a good one. And that is start making moves quietly without telling anybody anything. And you'll see how differently things turn out for you. Why I say this is because most of the time, it's always the people that are closest to you, your friends and whatnot, that, perhaps you tell them of a goal or a dream you're trying to achieve. Again, they will project their fears and their insecurities and their failures on you. Maybe subconsciously or maybe not. You don't need that kind of energy. So trust me, start making moves. And only share your goals and dreams with those people that will support you and that genuinely care about you. Life hack number 6, which is surround yourself with people that will support your goals and your dreams. And not only that, people who also have goals and dreams that they're trying to achieve, because these are the people who whether they be scared or have insecurities, they are still working through their fears and they're facing their fears. These are the people you want to surround yourself with. You don't want to surround yourself with people who will try to talk you out of, let's say, starting your own business, yet they have no intentions of ever starting anything at all. So these are not the people you want to ask for advice. If you're a loner like me and you're limited on friends that are doing things and feed off the same type of energy, I highly suggest asking for the guidance of your spirit guides. Not just guidance, but also help. Your spirit guides are basically there for that reason. I'm going to do a video on spirit guides because I've really been tuning in to my spirit guides as of last year and trying to build that connection with them, trying to hear their guidance a little bit more, asking them for help on a daily basis because they want to help us. The reason why they can't just intervene and start helping us and guiding us is because we live in a planet of free will, meaning we have to invite them in. We have to let them know that we want to communicate, we want to build a relationship, we want their guidance, we want their help. So they need to know that from us. They cannot just step in and be like, hey, so I hear you need a new job, like they can't do that. Last thing I want to say is don't dim your light for anybody. Whether you've been bullied, you've gone through abuse, you've gone through a lot of childhood trauma, or perhaps you're currently in a very toxic relationship, whatever the case may be, don't dim your light for anyone. The reason why I say this is because you are here on this planet right now for a reason, meaning nothing is by coincidence. Your talents and your gifts and your energy is needed right here, right now. But if you are shying away from who you are, who you can be, your full potential, your authentic self, trust me, not only are you doing yourself a huge disservice, but you're also doing a huge disservice to the planet and everybody else on it. So trust me, my friends, shine brightly. Shine brightly. And if other people don't like it, they just need to put shades on or something, but don't allow their shade to impact who you are. By you continuing to play small, you are pushing away all the amazing opportunities that are trying to make way into your life, but you're stopping them because you're like, no, you're living this other life of who other people want you to be versus who you need to be, which is who you really are. Don't be scared to reach out to me on Instagram or in the comments. I love you and shine brightly, my friends. Shine brightly.